Hello everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoy this video, remember that you guys should join our Patreon or join our Discord server. So, I'm doing an analysis of the trailer. We're gonna go very, very slow here. Not this slow at the beginning, but maybe, you know, a little slower. So, like, I don't know if YouTube captions necessarily, do well with being slow, but, you know, we'll see. So I'm gonna speed this part up, actually, a little bit, because I think that we can just, pause and go here, sort of. But obviously, you have Sora. I know you're out there, come out, you has-beens, and so I'm guessing that it means nobodies. I'm guessing has-beens isn't gonna be the line there, but it would be funny. Like, I talked about this in my reaction, if you guys saw it. It would be hilarious to me if they... like, Sora, like, ran into, say, he doesn't remember Marluxia, we're gonna get into that, but say, like, Demyx, and be like, oh, you're another, like, you're one of the other, like, has-beens, you know what I mean? Because has-been implies sort of, like, washed up, you know what I mean? And so, like, oh, another washed-up organization member, you know what I mean? And so, I don't think that's gonna be the line here. It's probably gonna be nobodies, and so Marluxia is here. He looks great. I don't know what else to say about that, but he's like, okay, so here's the thing. So it says nobody's here, but has-beens over there. So has-beens may actually be the line, and I think that is amazing. Because if you think nobodies will stop us, then you ran with the old crowd. Yeah, then you ran with the old crowd. So he obviously doesn't think that Marluxia, he obviously doesn't think that Marluxia is on his own, per se. Like, he assumes that Marluxia was in the organization, and he probably remembers, too, that in Kingdom Hearts 2, you have all these graves with the organization members, and that's where you sort of go in to fight Luxord and XIII and all of that. Unless a new organization is recycling ideas. Also, Sora's eyes there look green, but, like, I'm not complaining. It's pretty. The only organization... and I, Marluxia, serve it. And so I think that's a reference to either Marluxia is self-serving, or that the only organization has been sort of the same organization. You know what I mean? Like, it has been the 13 vessels of Xehanort the entire time, sort of thing. That was the idea. How interesting it is to see you again, Sora, so that's obviously a reference to Recom. I personally forgot that Sora doesn't remember that he's seen Marluxia before. Also, Goofy, you're looking great, sweetie. Like, you're doing great. Anyway... so obviously they're like, it's a shame you have no memory of me because I remember you exceedingly well. Well, you should, because we kicked your ass. But, like, that's another story. And so obviously they're all slightly confused. Okay, so now that cuts. So we're done with Marluxia for a while. I want to do a separate video about Marluxia again. Not, like, Marluxia's... I don't know how to explain this properly, just because, like, Marluxia obviously has a strong connection to Kingdom Hearts, the phone game. Kingdom Hearts, the phone game. I mean, Union Cross. So I'd like to do a separate video on that and how that all ties in. Like, this is, like, Kingdom Hearts all the time on this channel for the next couple days. Toy Story, this is beautiful. Like, this is the best thing I've ever seen, this Heartless. Alright, today we teach those guys who's boss. But what does Andy think? Like, does Andy think his mom is just getting him a bunch of new toys? And do Heartless know that they're not supposed to, like, fight, I guess? I don't know how to explain that. Alright, so this is, again, the Monsters, Inc. world. We kind of already knew this was happening, but it looks bigger and better than ever. Like, that was amazing graphic right there. So, obviously, you have Goofy. He has, I don't know what these are. I'm not gonna pretend. But he has two different color eyes. Sora has this fish thing over his face. Donald has one eye, little bat wings, some teeth right here, little ears. So, obviously, Mike picks up Boo. Sora thinks that Boo is gonna get eaten, but meanwhile, Boo is like, you know, eh. And so, like, Boo's like, wee! And so, Sully's just like, the fuck? And then, you know, Boo's there. She's there, too. I wonder who these guys are, so they've never seen them before. What? Careful, Sully, if they see the K-I-D. Yeah. And so, like, I think this is interesting, because Sora obviously has been around human children, but Sully and Mike don't know that. Aw, so Sora's like, my name's Sora. Like, and then Boo's just like, what? Like, Boo is us right now, all of us. But they're just here like, what? Hold on, you guys aren't afraid of humans? Yeah, they're starting to understand. There's a connection. Also, I like how she points at him and says Mike Wazowski just because they have the similar eye. Like, I think that's a really kid thing to do. Just cause, like, kids see, like, a four-legged animal and it's a cat, but then sometimes they'll call it, like, a dog anyway, just because they associate that 4 legs. Anyway, so I like how savage Sora is, because Sully's like, this is Sully, and then Mike's like, but and then Sora's like, we know, fuck, we know, don't worry, like, it's fine. Also, Sora's face right there is adorable. Like, look at this little cat mouth that he has here. His eyes are still blue. His eyes look yellow, though, which is nice, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's an observation. He has no nose. Donald has this. I don't really know what else to say. Alright, so this is where I really try to slow things down and get into the meat of the video, I guess. Because obviously you have this big area on the outside. We seem to be running from something because there are helicopters searching for us in the air, probably searching for Boo. Boo does not actually seem to be with us, so that's interesting. Also, Command HUD is different over here, so you have magic items Link. Obviously, Link is probably like D-Link, summon, stuff like that. And so you have Sora's little free fall here. So this world is just massive. And look at this Keyblade, like, I don't know, it's just really nice. And I think that's a little Boo in the costume on the keychain. So that's pretty interesting as well. So this is where things are gonna get a little messy, guys. So obviously you have some Heartless here. These are, I don't think all of these are Heartless, though, actually, because I think some of these are actually unversed, but you have some very interesting monster Heartless. I think that Sora doing that electric thing charged this thingy over here, charged the tube, but they could have already been pre-charged. So this Heartless obviously has some sort of underbelly, and it grows, I suppose, you could say. That looks like that's what's happening. Sora's lightning is really kind of concealing what everyone else is doing. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. Here you have another. I'm pretty sure that these are unversed or something, because see how you guys have, okay, I know, like, see, I don't want to obstruct things, but there's a little symbol right here, and that's not a Heartless symbol, so I'm pretty sure these things are unversed, these fish-eyed things. Oh, so this is the, like, I don't remember what they're called, but these are the things that are similar to that Hercules thing. Obviously, there's an unversed back there, another unversed back there. So this is really cool, this little robot arm thingy, and how it has, the, monsters stuff. Okay, so this is what happens. So Sora over here is a different color, and I want to do something kind of separate on character customization and all that, but it seems like, okay, so he's gray over here, right? And he's fighting over here and he's gray. But then he turns orange, and so I'm wondering if that's a hint that we should be looking out for character customization, because that's obviously a very different color. I don't know if it's just because he's using this, though, but I don't see why that would change, unless it's supposed to be a form, like a, final form or something, or not a final form, but like, that it goes along with this form, right? And so just more of Sora fighting, kind of seeing how this weapon moves. Obviously the bring back of, the bring back of money. Those little blue things are probably for your MP, if I had to guess. Sora just hanging on the door right here. I think this is still, yeah, that's still the Monsters Inc. Keyblade. You guys can see it has a little Monsters Inc. hat right there. Yeah, there's just so many things to kind of observe. That's why I like doing things like this. This is reminiscent of DDD, but it's a lot slower, which I appreciate. Thank you. I haven't played Dream Drop Distance. Okay, so this is where things actually get interesting for me, because obviously I'm a big fan of the Disney princesses, so, very quick, though. Very quickly, what I want to say is that I think that it's sort of, interesting how they're bringing elements back from DDD, and I haven't played DDD for a while because I'm trying to get, if you guys are fans of the channel, you've been here for a while, you'll know that Hunter has never played before, so we are attempting to get him into the Kingdom Hearts games, and that we're still on Birth by Sleep. That's basically the gist of the story. Anyway. So Flynn over here looks great. Rapunzel looks better, obviously. So here we have the Rapunzel Keyblade. It has a little tower. That's basically what the design has been for this Keyblade in terms of people making it. Like, they've always thought that the tower was going to be the shaft, you could say, and then the sun thing was going to be the other thing. Ah! Okay, so that was not intentional. Okay. And so there's that. So obviously you have Flynn over here. He has the frying pan. Rapunzel's using her hair to attack. Obviously she doesn't have as much hair as she does in the movie, but she has enough hair. Like, I think that we're good. I also like how she has grabbed onto the tree right here, and she is doing a move, because that makes it look like she has, like, lots of hair. There's trees everywhere, so I like how Rapunzel is interacting with the environment. I'm glad that Sora does. Aw, Flynn is doing something over here. Yeah, he's living his best life. I don't know what this is. Is that still the Rapunzel Keyblade? I can't see. Can't see properly. That looks like something weird. Yeah, that doesn't look like the Rapunzel Keyblade. That looks like it's supposed to be something else, if I'm honest. Because if you look over here, so the Rapunzel Keyblade, actually that may just be it. So this is the Rapunzel Keyblade, right? And so over here, Sora has this, like, other thing. Maybe it's just upside down, I don't know. Like, it looks kind of strange, because that looked like the top half, but it doesn't have the top half of this looks similar enough to it, but it looks like it's in a different mode almost, because it doesn't have the sun over here. Like, it looks like it's transformed into something else. You guys will have to tell me, though. I may just be seeing things. So obviously we have a little thing over here. Sora is swimming. Okay, so I have some questions about this. First of all, how is this gonna work? Second, though, Ariel looks great, but she's, like, so tainted by the water, we can't really see her colors. Like, oh, she's just entirely a water spirit. Like, she's kind of, like, tainted with the color, but, like, she has a film of water over her, but she looks fucking fantastic, and I like how Sora's like, yes, my love. Okay, this may be a little bit of an anecdote, but when I was little, I had a bunch of, like, Little Mermaid dolls or whatever, and so I had a Sora designated doll, and I, like, made, like, this entire, like, thing about how Ariel and Sora were, like, well, Sora was in love with Ariel, but then Ariel went with Eric, and Sora was sad, and I was like 8 or 6, you know, because that's around when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out for me, so there you go, in case you needed to know that. I have no idea what's going on down here. It looks like that they seem to be under the water. So yeah, this is what I'm saying, is that this Keyblade looks different depending on who has it, and obviously these are one of the Marluxia nobodies, so that may be part of the transformation, because it does look more like a wand here, but then, no, I guess it is the same Keyblade, it's just, maybe it just has different modes, and I like this sort of, you know, the tower idea and all of that stuff. Like, I think that's a really interesting, cool attack. Yeah, and so you can see even in here, this is another one of the thingies, the transformations for the Keyblade. You have some regular Heartless, some Heartless reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts 1. We remember those very well, and so you kind of have this, and I really like how this shows how the attacks interact with the environment, how the teacups interact with the environment, because you all see that this ball is getting, like, harassed by all of these teacups, right? And you kind of see how then stuff interacts with each other. I have no idea what's going on in this scene, but I'm guessing this is, like, a little, like, Andy's playset, right? And so this is gonna be its own, like, mission thingy. So that's all cool. Just another sort of, like, little cutscene here. So this is, I guess, when they got stuck in Sid's backyard, they had to rocket away. But this may actually be something else, just because they seem to be in a little miniature town. Sid may not make an appearance in this game. This is obviously a Heartless, so that's good. So this may be, like, how... Okay, so this is a bad comparison, but in Kingdom Hearts 2, you had to ride on Pegasus and stuff. I feel like that is what this Toy Story thing is actually supposed to be, if that makes sense. Obviously, you have some phases of the boss fight. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I mean, I know it's an elephant, but, like, toys, you know? Like, it's the weirdest, like, weirdest toy sets over here, because some of these are toys for, like, toddlers, and then some of them actually make sense. But yeah, that's fine. So these are new. So they did say that there would be some rare Heartless in the game in a different interview that I'll be covering today. So I wonder if these are the rare Heartless that they're talking about, just because they do look different from... That may be the fire one, actually, but in Kingdom Hearts they were orange. Those ones are red, so I'm sort of wondering, because remember, out of those things, there's the blue, like, I call them raspberries. They're not. Blue, like, like, all of those thingies, and here's another Monsters, Inc. transformation, of course. I like how he has sort of little yo-yos here. He seems to be kicking some ass. It's going like, ooh, I like this. This is my part right here, is that, like, the monster claws, like, annihilating this Heartless. Like, that just makes me happy. Also, I like how whatever Sora's trying to do here. That is kind of mean, though, Sora. Anyway, so here's what I have questions about. The Dream Eater stuff, like, I don't know how that is supposed to exist right now. You understand? Like, I don't know, I just don't know. And I can't give you the answer you want as to why. Like, I guess because he, like, got the powers and stuff, like, in DDD, he can just summon them whenever he wants now, but at the same time, I'm like, are you sure? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's one of those things. Anyway, as you were. So yeah, those actually may be fire ones, and they just, recolored their design because they do look like they were firing something there. So this is obviously another one of those attacks. Oh my god, yeah, see, this is what I just don't understand. Like, this should be the screenshot for the video, but it's probably not, because it's not clickbaity enough. And so, you know, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. And so this is Vanitas, and Vanitas is like, so yeah, Vanitas is Keyblade, he looks great, he's doing the Lord's work over here, and of course Sora does not know what's going on. I like how he's chained, though, here. I don't remember if those were always on his Keyblade, but it's like he's almost like he has to fight Sora, or he has no choice, and that may be symbolic, but obviously Ventus inside of Sora knows about Vanitas, and we're kind of doing that same thing as, like, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2, where Sora would be like, Roxas, and then be like, wait, I don't know that name, or something like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, bringing it back, right? And so he's surprised. But yeah, it seems like, oh, I guess it's not chained to his hand, but there are chains around his Keyblade. He looks great, though. I gotta say. I wish this coat wasn't over his body, though, because, okay, here's what I think. This is maybe a conspiracy theory, but I think that they're all heads on the same coat. Like, I don't think that they have unique bodies, because all of the coated people look the same. Like, look at Marluxia, okay? Look at Marluxia, and, like, how muscly Marluxia is, and now look at him. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just putting heads onto the cloaks, whereas in Kingdom Hearts 2, Axel had a very, like, thin body, while, like, you know, some of the other characters were differently built, but maybe they'll fix that. I don't know, that may just be me. So Ventus, pause, you know, what a strange place to slither off to. Yeah, I really like this line. I hope that this is the line in the game. But Haley Joel Osment plays Vanitas, so it's gonna be Haley Joel Osment talking to Haley Joel Osment, and it's gonna be very interesting, I guess. And I like how he just grabs for Sora, but Sora's like, slap that hand! Also 2018 release date, so that's my analysis. I don't know if all of this was entirely interesting, but I think that I pointed out some stuff. I will be doing, I guess, separate videos to kind of speculate and stuff. Like, this is just, it's Kingdom Hearts week, guys. Like, y'all don't understand. So anyway, again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to join my Discord server, become patrons on Patreon, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.